back in, bring it back in. Happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Full moon in Sagittarius, May 29th. Basically, the cosmos is always, having these certain energies that allows us to help us, that helps us grow. We had the fiery energy with those eclipse. This the solar eclipse that passed in August. What that was last year. I'm gonna be keeping up with time. Yeah, that was last year. But it was passing through fiery energies to create, a certain energy. Because again, it's like burning off old energy to, come out of that flame like the phoenix. But the full moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. It also deals with Jupiter expansion, doing it big. Also deals with finances and abundance. And to the Sagittarius, the sign, it's like shooting for the stars, shooting up high, that adventurous, philosophical vibe, truth bearer, Matter of fact, I got a lot of Sagittarius, like dealing with the 13th sign astrology. I am a Sagittarius. That's why when I'm more my high self, I'm more, philosophizing, want to talk all the time, being nomadic, that whole vibe. And then also been with that Capricorn energy as well. But to get off of that, the full moon is almost like after the new moon, each cycle, opening up things. New moon, put in the intentions. Full moon is gonna, have all those things manifesting coming out. But also, it's that shadow self, shining to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like the new moon is like, it's like that reflecting, or the moon turn its back to kind of like get itself together, vibe. And full moon, like here I am, But not just in general. The full moon deals with emotions. It deals with feminine energy. So it's gonna be those qualities dealing with the Sagittarius energy. So say for instance, dealing with expansion. What's your emotions about the expansion and where you at right now? But more so importantly about cultivating positive emotions towards your goals and things that you want to manifest, but also realizing that, just like the sign, like to shoot for the stars, like ye are God's children of the Most High. We are creators, just like Source is a creator, for lack of a better word, Source. But so now is the time where the universe is really like, almost like I tell everybody, like you're being pushed out the nest, like that little bird that's still like, oh, I don't know if I can manifest things. And then the mama bird just pushes that bird out the nest, and then you flying, and all of a sudden you're like, shit, I gotta, you start flying, But that's what this full moon is definitely gonna bring in the energy of. It's definitely about being adventurous, Sagittarius being adventurous, getting out there in the world, being a little impulsive, and again, the fire energy, so it's gonna deal with, being impulsive, adventurous, But also, it's a vibe where you want to be careful with it a little bit, because some of us, some of our impulses may be coming out of our lower nature, so you definitely want to be a little grounded when dealing with your impulses, but at the same time, don't be afraid of them either, because again, everything is in divine order, be in the moment, go with the flow, and you shall, feel like there's no wrong thing, even if you feel like, damn, I'm messed up, or I'm just roll with the punches, keep it moving. But you definitely just want to be careful, a little careful with how you impulsing, but impulse nonetheless. Try it out. Well, you remember the next time, like, all right, when I impulsed on this kind of threw me off, or I better not impulse like I did that time because it ended up turning bad. So you learn from the experience. Experience is one of the best teachers. And it's also gonna promote expansion with whatever business or whatever with the finances or entrepreneurship, whatever you're dealing with on that level. Don't be scared to add something new to whatever you're doing. Like right now I'm looking for a better camera so I could also get a microphone and stuff like that, so I could start doing more of like interview type of videos as well. So it's expansion, growing on all levels. Traveling vibe, you might catch the urge to just want to go places, get that passport. Again, being spontaneous, like, man, I'm just gonna get a passport. I don't even know where I'm going yet, but let me get it right now because I know I'm planning a trip soon, but it's that adventurous vibe, an impulsive vibe. But right now, again, it's important to really know to be courageous and fearless with our actions. Again, we manifest everything. The only person that can stop us is us. All that old subconscious program, that we signed up for in that sense, when we chose our family, chose our parents, and chose our karmic situation. We signed up for these things, but nonetheless, some of us still harmed by that subconscious of lack, of forgetting that we are abundance at all times. So you definitely want to become more courageous and fearless about, dealing with your dreams. Again, the only person that can stop you is you, and the only person that's gonna really truly know what you're doing and how you want to do it is you. So you just gotta push forward and move forward with it, and not be necessarily just waiting for something to happen. In essence, the energies are behind you. The wind is blowing in your favor. So when Mama Source push you out the nest, there'll be a little draft for you. It won't be just completely what you think, but you gotta be able to just deal with the unknown, that feminine energy, and too, there's back to the moon energy as well, because this whole situation of our growth is dealing with, the feminine energy rising. But again, it's like you want, hop into that unknown, Matter of fact, think of Will Smith, the analogy where he talked about going skydiving, and it's like, man, the fear is in the best places. Like, I was fearing the situation the whole time, up until when I hopped out of the plane and realized that was one of the best decisions that I could have ever made, you know what I'm saying? So, all the fun is in these, is when you be fearless and, and expand your comfort zone. It's not necessarily moving out of your comfort zone as much as you be in your comfort zone but expand it, just push it to places that it has never been. But you don't have to completely move out of it. But I mean, that's just a play on words in essence to a certain extent, whether you say move out of it or expand it. But just when we say expand it, it kind of gives a better vibe to it, because when you say move out of it, that gives a connotation or the notion of like like I'm gonna just do something that's just completely uncomfortable that may just throw you off. Like, let's just say, for instance, I'm gonna stick my hand on the stove out the blue and just let it burn. It's like, that's way out of a comfort zone. It's an extreme. So it's like expanding it though. It's like, it's like that soft vibe to it. And not saying that it's doing a strong, giving strong growth, but it's just again, expansion. So definitely want to be fearless and courageous, get out, or should I say expand that comfort zone. Also listening to our inner guidance is very important right now. So-and-so on YouTube, so-and-so the yoga teacher, so-and-so who wrote this book, they got good information. But I'm here to tell you, man, nobody has as great, how can I say, the information that is truly, truly great is coming from inside of you. That's that person you might want to listen to a little more, especially right now, because again, you could ask me what's my opinion on how you think I should do this with my chakras, or how you think I should do, I'm gonna tell you one of the main things that always come out my mouth, how you feel about, like go with the flow of what you're feeling. I can't really tell you how to do it with your body. You got something going on in your body that I don't know may be going on. Like, we all uniquely different. You might be a better reader than a auditory learner. So, you know, when you ask me something about learning about something, and I tell you, well, yeah, watch these videos, listen to this, that may not work for you. You know, you better at reading. So, you know, again, even though a lot of the things I may speak on is helpful, you know, again, it's about going within yourself, strengthening your own intuition, you know, and moving with that inner guidance, you know. Because a lot of times when you ask too many questions like, you know, should, you know, ask somebody, should I get this or should I do this? Then I mean, they're giving you their perspective of what, you know, it is, you know. I think of also when Jay-Z talked about how he told his uncle, man, I'm gonna be a rapper, I'm gonna be rapping. He's like, oh man, you ain't gonna be no rapper, or this and that, or he play him his demo tape or something, and he's like, oh man, you ain't like the cool Mo D and this and that, you know, but just that whole vibe of like, you know, like knocking him, like, oh, you ain't. But that's because, you know, it was from his uncle's perspective, you know, or from that perspective of like not being a rapper or not taking those steps. So of course you're gonna get something opposite, you know, of what you're dealing with in essence. Like say for instance, I'm an entrepreneur expanding my business. You know, it wouldn't be, even though this is a comfortable spot for all of us to, you know, to get advice from either an older person or a family member, you know. But if that older person or family member is working a 9 to 5, then, you know, that information that they're giving is going to be from a 9 to 5 perspective and not from, you know, taking risks and being adventurous and traveling and stay the world. They're going to be talking about being in a box and stability and making sure you can pay the bills every month. Nothing is wrong with that, but for what you're trying to get done, you know, that's going to mess up your growth and take you out of where you know, place where you should be headed, you know, or, you know, are going, or, you know, in the moment headed to heaven. But that's another important vibe. Also, again, it's almost like that fake it till you make it vibe, you know, dealing with manifestation on all levels, whether it's money, you know, whether it's your business. Like say for instance, before I even got this tablet, I was sitting down writing out little videos and, you know, like things I want to speak on certain videos without, you know, while the tablet wasn't in the physical, because it was by me being in that mode of like, you know, like I'm just operating just like I got the tablet, and it kind of even helped make that manifestation stronger. So it's kind of like that, not so much like the fake it till you make it, be inauthentic fake it till you make it, but like, you know, act as if you got whatever it is right now, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is wrong with that, you know, because if somebody judging you on that, oh well, you know, like if I say I got a house right now, you know, like I got my home, I'm living in my crib. If somebody want to be like, oh man, you're not in no house, you delusional, this, like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of authenticity doesn't, you know, it's like just the other, like being authentic with yourself and things of this vibe. But excuse me, when it comes to manifestation on that level, you know, like an exercise of like you write out like a little checkbook situation, and you just got like $1 million, and you write it out and you picture, you know, and you set it up like a bank account, and you got your $1 million deposit, and then you write down like the things you're buying, you know what I'm saying? Like what you're gonna spend $1 million on, and then you be realistic, bro. You like, all right, I'm gonna buy a microphone. A microphone costs this much, you know, and take off $100 from that $1 million. Now I'm working with such and such amount, you know. It's like, all right, I'm paying, get this little apartment right here, and I'm taking off this. You know, you're moving as if you have it right now. Because right now, most importantly, what I had to get back to is like that vision board vibe and the affirmations, and being strong about the affirmations and vision boards. Because the visualizations and the affirmations is definitely where it's at right now, you know. You want to be affirming a lot of things and visualizing a lot of things, but which it's hard to do these things if, you know, the chakra's thrown off, or, you know, you're in an imbalance. So before all of that, you know, can happen in a smooth manner, you also need to be making sure, you know, you meditating, eating healthy, you know, balancing the chakras and meridians within the body so things can flow a little better. But again, it's like that fake it till you make it vibe, you know, like just going with the flow. I just had a situation like that just now where I went to, and I said fake it till you make it, but it's like knowing some, like I knew some money was coming in, but it hadn't just yet. But before even checking it, I was like, man, I ain't going to the ATM to check it. I'm gonna just operate like it's in there right now, you know. And then went and swiped my card and even asked for cash back, like, man, I know it's there. And then register open and it's like, oh yeah, how do you want your cash back? You know, it's like, you gotta be confident, you know, in your manifestations. I always use the analogy too, like Jordan or AI, you know, all these great scores, you know, Kobe, all these people, you know, I still got that from my boy AI up in there, but like where, you know, these players before they get on the court, you know, they're not thinking like, man, I'm gonna just have a 5-point game today, or man, the defender is gonna shut me down today, or you know what, my shot is off, man, I'm not gonna do this, you know, because then too, in all realistic, in reality, it's like, you know, why even get on the court if you're gonna feel like that? Why are you on earth manifesting the physical? You know, if you're feeling like, oh man, I'm this, I'm that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you hit a play, you know, you gotta believe that you could drop 100 points or more in one game or whatever, you know, in that analogy, you know, but you gotta know that you could, you know, could win at all times. That you, as a co-creator, because of course we're creating, you manifest what you think and what you focus on with your words, you know, what you visualize, but also you co-creating. So as much as you're doing your own creating, you know, it's along the lines of co-creating, but still, you know, only you can stop you. So dealing with the again, not to get too far, but that is the importance of dealing with this full moon in Sagittarius, is like just going with the flow of the adventurous vibe, not being scared to just jump, you know. And also it's gonna have us in the area of you know, philosophy and truth. You know, in essence, but more so I wanna say truth. Because it's dealing with being truthful with ourselves on our growth in order to expand, you know. Because again, you're gonna have this impulsive vibe, but you want to have it grounded a little bit. And you know, in essence, truth is grounding. You know, like it's gonna have like a vibe of like how can I say again? You want to be spontaneous and you want to do it big, think big, but just not super Neptune-y. You know, like just being lost in the sauce. You know, to where you just like delusional about it. You know, have a little grounding energy into it, but you know, definitely don't limit yourself though, you know. But just be aware of that you could put yourself into like a super delusional place, you know. But again, the moon energy is a watery energy, you know, so it's water and fire, you know, it's almost like a conflicting energies to a certain extent, you know. And matter of fact, thinking of crystals to work with in general, matter of fact, I thought about like a perfect stone for this moon. A perfect thing to deal with would be a silver and fire agate. Like if you had a piece of fire agate wrapped in silver, oh, that would be beautiful to deal with this moon and this expansion energy. So it's gonna support, you know, that silver supporting that feminine energy. You know, bringing that protecting from negativity, bringing the energy within, and also like help balancing the emotions. Because again, when you're when you're dealing with manifesting certain things, you know, emotions is also involved. You know, what's your emotions towards money? What's your emotions towards your business and expanding? What's your emotions towards your spiritual growth or whatever the case may be? But you know, it's also in the emotional place with the energies of the Sagittarius, you know, which is fiery, you know, again, spontaneous, dealing with expansion because it's dealing with Jupiter, you know, dealing with abundance and finances. You know, matter of fact, again, you know, you gotta operate in a manner where you just know you could just, you know, go for the highest you can, like no limitations. The only person that can stop you is you. I know you're not doing that and you're not trying to do that, so, you know, we're expanding. But that's basically it, you know. Be a little, matter of fact, also dealing with your affirmations and visualizations, be a little more specific. You know how we were broadly like, I am abundance, I am money, I am doing what I love, you know. That's a little broad, you know, bringing in I should say a little too general. bring it to a place where, I'm living in this house on oceanfront walk, not far from the beach in Venice. Just me expanding on my thing, but I'm living, I have a home, I have a timeshare in Italy, I have this. Another thing too, that's what we go through, the humbleness. Like a lot of us, on our spiritual walk, we done been through the humble vibes. So when we're dealing with abundance, you don't have to be scared of losing yourself in it, because you've been taught the lesson for sure that, hey, money don't bring happiness. It's your own inner abundance and happiness that expands outside yourself to having it. But don't think that you're getting it from the things outside of you, as much as it's your own inner happiness and inner abundance that's manifested outside of you that you get to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Manifest things, don't let the things manifest you. But again, being more specific with the affirmations and visualizations, like see yourself in that house. If you gotta go look up certain little houses on a certain little site that help you find apartments or houses, go look it up, go look at the price, do the little checkbook exercise, and like, all right, this apartment costs this much, I'm gonna be getting $20,000. Matter of fact, and write it out. If you gotta do like punish work, matter of fact, it's funny how like indirectly, like programming our subconscious for the better or the worse. You think about punish work, like write this 100 times. But like if you gotta sit down and write 100 times, I have $20,000, or I have $20,000, or I am getting $20,000 by this date. Or I have $20,000, or I am 20. However whichever. And that's another thing too, tweak it to what feels right to you. Of course, you want to use I am for a lot of things, but it may not work for some things. So I have, or just whatever too speaks to being in the moment with it. Now again though, whatever works for you, because some of us could like feel like, all right, I could have $1 million come to me, but it just don't feel right saying right now, but it feel like it could come in the next 3 days. And all right, we can go with the next 3 days. We practice patience. You can't wait 3 days for it, then So it's all we're balancing off how you want to do it or need to do it, but it's definitely about expansion. So also working with grounding stones, I brought up fire agate. And two, since it's dealing with the moon energy, it could also, I would say possibly moonstone would be a rainbow moonstone, or a regular moonstone, but when I think about moonstone, I think about rainbow moonstone. Rainbow moonstone and fire agate, or hematite, another grounding crystal, and also having a fiery energy to it, Also working with a solar plexus crystal, citrine, give you that joyous, positive outlook about, moving forward. I would say citrine, tourmaline, either citrine, tourmaline, and rose quartz, or citrine, hematite, and rose quartz. Where you're getting grounding, you're getting that heart chakra of like, man, I love myself. I love taking care of myself, and you're positive about whatever you could manifest on a high level. And you got the citrine that got your confidence and creative, In order to manifest things, you got to have creativity or creative visualizations, in order to, make these moves on a certain level. So also dealing with those crystals would be pretty good. But that's basically it. Full moon, Sagittarius, working with the ancestors, doing altar work, and two, remember that the full moon energy, or most of these moon energies, are strong in general, so even before the actual day of May 29th, these energies are gonna be surging, beforehand. So 4 days, 5 days before, start working on these things, in the moment. Matter of fact, right now is the vibrate. Start working with the energies of things, that you want to manifest. Because again, the full moon is more of like, hey, here's the outcome of what you was dealing with the new moon. But again, it's still, things are constantly manifesting. So again, have that intention, behind what you're doing, But again, altar work, connecting with the ancestors, doing your candle magic, looking at a flame, puts the brain waves in the alpha state. When the brain is in the alpha state, it's more easier to to program your subconscious. So it's funny, like if you see anybody that may be feeling funny around you. They trying to make you look at a flame or something like that. Watch out for them. They're trying to program your subconscious. But anyway, you definitely want to, again, deal with the candle magic or the altar work, or both, whatever works for you. And work with it on levels. I got videos about, altar work as well, and how I started my first altar and what pushed me to deal with my altar. But, it's again the law of attraction. What you focus on grows. So if you have a certain place in your house or a certain, so say for instance, I'm on the move, so for the moment. In fact, I'm in my crib. Say in my crib, in my house, so I should say. Now I have my altar, and if I'm constantly going to that altar and focusing on connecting with the ancestors, focusing on, meditation and focusing on certain things, then it's gonna bring a certain energy to that area. Where the more and more I operate and deal with the higher self in that area, the more and more it's gonna be able. It's almost like creating a phone booth, like it's like a spiritual phone booth, where you could always go in that little phone booth and deal with the ancestors on a strong level, or your higher self, however you like to speak on it. Full moon in Sagittarius, fiery energy, Jupiter, expansion, adventurous, traveling, finances. Don't be scared. You can't be scared. And we all go through it on our growth. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly, moving out of that place, moving into that place of abundance, And I just thought about it, using positive ways of explaining stuff. Instead of saying, well, I'm getting from the mind frame of black. Well, no, I'm thinking more abundant, like instead of being against my ego, but no, I'm just closer to my higher self, like those are the things also important when talking and dealing with, with our words and stuff like that. So just something to keep in mind or keep in heart, when you're dealing with your affirmations as well. Again, peace. Happy now. Now is to vibrate. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Peace.